JustAnotherMotherVlog. Today we will be going to wash laundry. I have to get him up to, we're going to be eating breakfast around 9ish. Should be headed out by 10, I would say 10:30ish. And then we'll be washing laundry. I lost my laundry card, and the woman, I asked her, like, can I get a replacement card? They didn't up it from $5 to $10, and on top of that, I got to go out and get me a money order just to get me a card. So go out, get a money order, come back to the office, get a card, and this and that. So, yeah, we about to go ahead and wash our laundry. And I will see y'all in a minute. Bye. They got me messed up, by the way. Get up, Bubba. Get up. It's time to get up. Get up. Get up. Rise and shine, sunshine. Get up. I did his hair. It's like, see? Get up. Get up. Rise and shine, my little sunshine. Fix my sink because it keeps clogging up. I rubber bands are not in here. So yeah, that's another thing. Come brush your teeth. And for his hair, I'll just brush it down, honestly. Let me see. I just brush his hair down every morning. Sometimes I apply some like some foam stuff. Sometimes. When it's not, when it's all everywhere too much. Occasionally I apply the foam stuff. But yesterday I retwisted it. So it's looking real nice right now. He is due for a wash. It's coming up soon. But until then, it's still looking nice. It's looking better than mine, for real. My hair looked like this when I wore it out. And I just let them be free. Mine's don't. See how that's clogging up? But yeah. Eventually they're going to come and fix that. I already put in a work order. Along with some other things as well. Go ahead, brush your teeth. Brush, 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 brush. I wish I woke up as joyful and happy as he did. When I wake up, it's the complete opposite. Like, I need to go back to sleep or something. Because you could just see that it's like a knot of glue. Go in and peel that. But you want to make sure you don't mess up the lashes, or you don't take off any lashes while you're doing this. Because it's easy to take off the lining of the lash. See that? And just take off the glue. And then you go in the second time and you rinse it. See all that glue is pulling back. But you don't want to do too much to where the lash comes off as well. You gotta be real careful. Let's take that take that glue off. Soap and water helps the best for me. Let's get that glue out. Then go on and rinse it again. Before I do that, I'm gonna get this one off of this soap. See how that's looking. So yeah, like I said, the rinse and the soap method, the soap and rinse method works the best because of that, I really don't have too much glue to take off. So yeah, I'm gonna go rinse them. So you want to make sure they're completely rinsed off and dry before you before you put them on or apply them again, because that soap can get into your eyes if they're not. So now I'm going to use my blow dryer to just blow them off, to dry them. And that is how I clean and reapply my lashes. I don't wear them all the time though. That's why they last so long. And if you dry them, you can see kind of where there's still some more glue. So you just go in with the little clippers and just take off that glue, but make sure you don't split the lining of the lashes. I do that often. Often do that, and that's the only, challenging part, is to get the glue off, because you don't want to rip the lining. I wish they made this lining like more strong, like apply it, like use thread instead or something, so that you don't easily split it, because you can easily split these lashes as for any other lashes. This is still the human premium hair lashes. But yeah, if they use like a stronger lining, like I said, thread would be better for me. Like I would actually do thread and then put some lashes on that and do it that way. I just got an idea. Like I might actually do that. Like apply some hair to some thread and make my own lashes. Because like I said, the lining of these are so thin and it's so easy to tear, So yeah, I get it off the best as I can. I would say you can use it. It's good for about probably a couple more uses. And sometimes I even just let it soak overnight. You can let it soak in soap and water overnight, hot waters. Let it soak overnight. I'm kind of in a rush because I did this on a late notice, so this is how you would do it on a late notice. But if you're, you don't wear them as often, you can just, like tonight, I might just go ahead and soak it in some soap and water and just let it sit in that. And about it's time to go grab them out the water, all the glue will be off. Like this won't be the case. It won't be like a little bit of glue still on there, because usually I do just soak them in hot water, soapy hot water. So yeah, you can do it that way as well. That's the best way actually. But if you're in a rush like me, this is what you would do. You take it out that soapy hot water overnight and you just blow dry it. Or like I said, if you don't wear them as often, you can just let it dry on its own. And then boom, you can reuse them again. But for this human premium hair, it's actually feel like regular lashes, the regular fake ones, honestly. So the synthetic, I guess they use synthetic hair on the regular ones, and then human hair on these type ones, but they actually feel like the synthetic ones. Like for it to be human and premium, I wouldn't expect it to, rip so easily. but they do, and that's the only thing I hate about these lashes. Like, make them reusable. They do got the magnetic ones though. I used to use the magnetic ones. The magnetic ones last very, very long. The ones that you have 2 lashes, so it'd be this lash and this. It comes with 4 lashes, so you would just clip this on the bottom of this, your eyelashes in the middle, and you just clip them together, and that's the magnetic ones. You don't apply any glue. So I actually like those ones too. So yeah, I'm gonna go get these lashes on, and then about time I'm done here, it should be close to, you know, time to leave. Hopefully he's eating his pancakes. But yeah, one thing his dad needs to do is get him some new boots. Usually that's what we would do. My mom, you know, that's a good Christmas gift at the perfect time, a pair of new boots. That part right there is really cute to me. I feel like they should do the whole building just like that. It's like that one little area look all cute. Of course, we gotta stop at Family Dollar first to get some detergent. Right? Yeah. This is why he loves coming to wash your clothes. He is 4'3". That's his height. Without the hat. Yeah, that's his height. Stand up straight. Because when he was just right here, it said 4'3". Yeah, he about 4'3". So we did get the crazy puffs, and I got me a lunch combo. We both didn't eat. Didn't eat his pancakes, and I didn't eat my food. I wound up leaving it, and I forgot I warmed it up. So that's what we got. And of course, a water. You got your crazy puff. Can I have one? That one? You can have one of mine. You don't want one of mine? Minutes until my clothes are done washing. Yeah. 2 more left. I want his though. I want to bite of his, but he don't want me to get him. He won't share. That one? Go ahead. I wish they had like a dine-in area at those Caesars. You can sit over there and eat. Yeah. But I was thinking about that building where I said it had the like little Lego, the door that looked like a Lego. I said it's kind of creative because just that little area of the door, it makes you just wonder. So it's like you got room to really think about, you know, think more about the building. Everybody needs that space to really think, So yeah, that's just in my mind. You splitting it for me? You splitting me some? You want mine? You want one? You gotta give me one of yours. Well, I asked you for some. You said no. Can I have one of yours? Give me one. I just one of these. Now I do want to share. You okay? Here. Oh, you gonna hurry up there. Do you want one? You don't want it? See? You know my nerves. He changed his mind. I was excited. can give me one. As soon as I split this pizza to get to give it to him, I turned to look at him and he stuffed the thing in his mouth. He knows I took it. And that is so petty. Wash. I am exhausted. I'm really tired right now. We got 15 minutes until the bus comes. This little bus. But when we get home, I'm gonna put some some corned beef into that crock pot I have. I'm gonna have some rice. Basically, I'm gonna make that gumbo I was talking about. But I'm not gonna have chicken, unfortunately, because I ate up all my chicken. And about the time I got all the ingredients together, I was using something else. So, like, I needed chicken, and then little by little, I would get this and that. But, in the midst of getting this and that, I was eating this and that. So, instead of chicken, I'm gonna have corned beef. I'm gonna throw in some kibasi, rice. Some potato. I might cook the potatoes. I was thinking about using the potatoes for potato salad, but I might not do that. Might throw in them potatoes. And I think that's about it. I think that's all I'm using. But yeah, when we get home, we're gonna cook that up. It's gonna be my first time using this little crock pot. But the only sad thing about it is it's not gonna get done it's a slow cooker crock pot. So it's not gonna get done as fast. So it's gonna take, like my mom said, when she used that crock pot, it's overnight. So we might be cooking it all day, and then y'all won't, see it until probably when I got my plate. So it'll probably be tomorrow's dinner. But yeah, this is my first time using it. We're gonna see how it works. Hopefully it ain't that slow. But that's what my mom said. She said it's really slow. I'm gonna cook it on high. I ain't gonna cook it on low. Maybe if you cook it on low. But it's my first time using it, so we're gonna see what it does. Yeah, I got 10 more minutes before this bus comes. So yeah, we are all done with our laundry. And I will see y'all back at home. Hi. So, on my way home from doing the laundry, I had this interesting conversation with somebody on the bus on my way back, and we were talking about, I was asking around about the churches around here, and I was asking them about this church that I would like to visit, and just getting some insight on what I'm getting myself into when I do decide to go to that church. And he was basically we was discussing, our experiences with different churches. And he brought up this one church, the Word Church, Pastor Vernon, and, and how his son is now the pastor of that church. But, the Word Church in Akron, that's the church his son is now pastor of. And he brought to my attention, he was like, well, he was basically talking about how he he wants to get to know, he wants knowledge, he wants to learn. And he was like, that's basically what Vernon gives off, the Word Church is more so about learning, knowledge, and open-mindedness and stuff like that, you know, curiosity. And I was like, well, that's the church that I had went to when I was younger. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like it's more so for young minds, and maybe that's why his son, you know, he gave it over to his son, not the whole church, but you know, he got his son involved as well, because I feel like when at the time when I was going to his church, it was more so about youth, you know, young minds, empowering young minds, um, and there's and basically feeding that curiosity. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I can see, like, this was an older guy, you know, an older guy, and I'm just like, yeah, and he was more intrigued by that church. I'm like, well, that's not the church I'm into. Like, that's not. Back then I was, because I was curious and I wanted to, you know, feed my spirit and get to know more and more and more. But now that I'm older, um, that church wouldn't be, you know, my go-to, just because, you know, I was already there. I know what it's given, and it's not what I want. So I was just talking about how, you know, he was like, well, there's a lot of old churches around here. I'm like, okay. And he was like, you want them old people church, the, you know, the ancient and back in the days type churches. I was like, yeah, that's cool. You know, I'd rather go there, you know, because I feel like now that I'm older, I'm not really curious. You know, I'm not curious. I was curious once upon a time, but now I'm on a different level to where, you know, I'm not seeking answers. I'm just seeking peace, contentment, and consistency. You know, I'm seeking. You know, I love wisdom, because you know I'm not more so leaning towards, you know, I want to know knowledge and this and that. I want wisdom. I don't want knowledge. There's a difference between wisdom and knowledge. With that, knowledge is like, you know, you're basically researching and this and that, getting answers, looking for answers. But wisdom is more so of just going with the flow naturally. You know, whatever comes to you, whatever, you know, and just understanding from that level spiritually. You know, wisdom as the trees, you be still and you receive. And, you know, you feel the breeze. You know, you feel the passion. You feel the presence of God. You feel. And just as the birds singing and worshiping, you know, it's not more so about words, but more so of, you know, what's coming out. God knows, but you know, God knows by your presence. God knows your mind. God knows all of that. So whatever you're wanting to learn, you know, God is already there teaching you what you need to know rather than what you want to know, you know. So like I said, just as a tree's wisdom and stuff like that, that's what I want. That's what I want in church. I'm more so about the energy, you know, the energy flow. You know, we singing, we worshiping, and just letting my presence be there, allowing my spirit to be free and just, you know, giving off that, you know, your voice and this and that. So that's the kind of church that I would like to go to, and I was explaining this to him. And, you know, we can talk of even, you know, communication, talking about what we learned from different songs, speaking on what we know, our experience, and this and that. You know, knowing more about the Bible is never a bad thing, but I just want to walk in there with the intention of spirituality. I want to walk in there with the intention of spiritually expressing how I feel and just being one, and, you know, that wisdom. You know, that's what I'm looking for, wisdom. Wisdom is knowing. Knowledge is, you know, giving. Knowledge is receiving. But wisdom is contentment and just being present in the moment. So, so then he was like, well, you can go to these churches, but it's different pastors. Just because, you know, you go to this church, it's not going to be like, you know, it can be an old ancient church, but the person, you know, that person, that pastor is not that same pastor of back then. So whatever that pastor is giving, you're receiving, but it's not the same as what it was back then. I'm like, well, it's still built on a foundation. You know, if you believe and, you know, spiritually, it's built on that foundation. So whatever you're receiving is coming from source. You know, it's coming from that foundation. You know, it's that person is there, but at the same time, that person started from somewhere, you know. And even if they're not, you know, like that, it's more so of the presence of the atmosphere. You know that song, "The presence of the Lord is here. The presence of the Lord is here." You know, there was once upon a time that passion and that energy and that, you know, that was all there once upon a time. It's still in those walls of that building. You know, just because that pastor isn't the same pastor doesn't mean he's not giving, you know, somewhat of that same information or that same energy, should I say, the same energy. You know, I'm speaking in terms of energy. But you know, I kind of can understand where he's coming from, because, you know, the people is the church. So it's like that person is bringing, you know, his information into that church. But that's what I'm saying. The church is already on the foundation. So if anything, it's adding to the situation. So, I don't know. But I would, like I said, when you find your church, it's like finding your home. It's like finding a space. It's like finding, you know, another home. You know, it's about, you know, the pastor, but at the same time, it's about the presence, the feeling, the atmosphere, the environment. You feel, just imagine yourself, you going into that church and you feel so good. You're like, ooh, you know, I like the feel of this. You know, I really feel it, you know. I feel what it's given, and I'm receiving what it's given. Like, I feel it. But then, you know, that pastor is not kind of, you know, connecting with that same energy. But what keeps you there is the atmosphere. You know, you're there for the people, but at the same time, it's more so about the space. It's more so about the energy for me. You know, I can be, you know, I may not resonate with the pastor, and maybe if it gets to me too much, then yeah, I'll leave the church, because I'm not really receiving what he's giving. Even though I like the church, maybe I'll meet another person, or, you know, it's not just about the pastor, it's about the people. You know, it's about the service, the worship service and stuff like that. Just because I don't resonate with the pastor don't mean I don't receive his word. You know, and even if I don't receive it, like I said, there's other options, but at the same time, if I'm feeling that church and I'm feeling the energy that it's giving, I'm going to stay regardless of the church, because, regardless of the pastor, because a pastor comes and goes. You never know. It's just a person at the end of the day. You know, I'm a person, so I make my, you know, I'm a part of it too, you know. Something like that. I kind of, you know, it's just like, I don't know, it's just, it's more to me than about the person. You know, like I said, I understand that's just one person. You know, even though the pastor is a big part of the church, obviously that pastor is there for a reason. And if that pastor been in that church for, you know, more than one season, or been there longer or long enough, obviously that church and that pastor is on the same level, or, you know, if there's some type of connection there. That pastor wouldn't be there if that pastor wasn't really connecting with the vibe of the atmosphere, or that energy, you know, or that environment, you know. So it's just like, if I'm feeling that church and I'm feeling that atmosphere and I'm feeling that energy, and that pastor been there the whole time, there's no reason why I shouldn't feel the pastor too. So that's all I'm saying. So yeah, I think I made my point. But yeah, that conversation was really, you know, it was a talk that I needed to talk about. You know, I haven't talked like that with anyone for a while. you know, and that's what I need, you know, and I needed that today, and that just kind of just made me feel so much better. You know, I love expressing myself any way that I know how, and if a person is that opportunity, like I said, he was my opportunity. That was my break right there. That's what I'm talking about, a break. You know, a person can come up to you and diggle your break from reality. You know, a break could be sitting on the bench or going for a coffee and this and that, but there's no better break than self-expression in the moment with anyone. You know that I feel like the universe, God was bringing that person into my life so that I can express myself, you know, the way I really intentionally needed to in that moment. You know, God sees through elusive intent. So if there's something that you're not getting out and you need to speak about, God will find you and God will be there for you so that you can get that moment. You can get that break from reality and be reminded that, you know, it's not so bad. You know, not so bad when I'm with you. I'm watching over you. I'm here with you, you know. So, yeah, that conversation was so interesting. Like, I liked it. But, yeah, I'm about to get this meat started because it's been sitting out. So I'm about to go ahead and put it in that, put it in a crock pot. I'm going to let y'all see, but then I'm not going to be cooking just yet. I'm going to just let it sit there because my phone needs to charge, and while that's cooking, I'm going to let my phone charge. So, yeah. See y'all next time. Bye. This is, like we said, like she said, it's a slow cooker. Why is it not working this on? Or maybe it just, hold on. So I'm going to put it on high, and then I'm going to put it on low once we cook it for a while. So it is getting warm. This also comes with a packet, so I'm going to just put that seasoning in there. And I'm going to also add my own seasonings as well. Not a lot of light in here, but I am going to go ahead and cut up some of my well, it's already cut up. Okay, so I got my kibasi. This is what I'm putting in there. I'll be using my sauerkraut, and I will also be using some rice. Once the meat is almost partially done, then I'll start on that. But for now, I got a few packs of these from Save-A-Lot, and these are cut peppers and onion. So it's just like, I ain't have time to be, you know, I don't like buying whole peppers and whole, you know, onions and stuff because I don't use enough for it, and I don't like when it's sitting in there, you know, not being used, and eventually, you know, it goes bad. So I would recommend this if you have that problem with you don't cook as often, but you do cook, but when it's about time for you to make another meal and the onion's going bad, I would recommend you getting a tray of this from one meal. So this is my one meal, and I'm going to toss this in there. It's already cut up. I don't have to do anything. I just toss it in there. So, yeah, that's what I was about to sit here and cut it up, but I forgot. It's already cut up. It's done for me. So, yeah. So I feel the bottom is getting hot. So it is starting to warm up. That's why I see now why it takes so long, because it warms from the outside inside, and this is, so yeah, it's gonna take a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead and toss my ingredients in there. My green peppers, yellow, red, and my onions, and we are going to let that cook. So yeah, I would definitely do as I did. If y'all don't cook as often and y'all, have a thing about, the onions and stuff going bad in your refrigerator because you don't use them on a regular basis, then this is how I would do it. I'm also going to pour that juice in there too. So this is the bunch of them that I have. I have a whole bunch of them. So yeah, for 3 more meals I can use these. So that's what I do. That's what I do. So this is the corned beef that I use, the corned beef brisket. This is the meat I am going to use. I do have carrots, so I can toss some carrots in there as well. But like I said, I'm going to wait till it's halfway done, and then I'm going to toss in those carrots. So yeah, so this is what I'll be using: the rice, carrots, sauerkraut, kibasi, and my corn brisket. I'm going to throw in some parsley. We got onions in there already, but I'm going to add some more, a little bit more onion powder. And we don't have garlic, so I'm going to throw in some garlic seasoning. And yeah, I'm going to let that cook. Yeah, it's getting hot. So yeah, that's going to take a while. And that is what I am doing. I am also going to throw in some beef cubes. And then that'll be my final touch. I'm going to just put this in there. It's kind of hard though. Can't just sprinkle this in here. See, I'm going to just drop those in here. So yeah. Okay. And we are going to cover that. And that will be our dinner. So yeah, I will see y'all next time. Bye. It's been a couple of hours. I think it's been an hour and a half. It don't feel like a couple hours, but it might have been. And look at that. Like it's almost done. That's how it's looking. So yeah. But I'm gonna let it continue to break down some more because I like my meat tender. Oh, so yeah, that's a little update of how it's looking. And it's definitely smelling so good right now, honestly. Yum, yum, yum. I feel like I'm making stew. These are the little, the seasoning. Don't think that's rice because I ain't put that rice in there yet. So yeah, so far so good.
事责备我？你这么可爱，我怎么会责备你呢？我只是想知道为什么会这样，看我能不能帮到你。阿姨，其实是这样的。
我还没去上学啊。
涂大夫，他正要出门呢。爹，对不起，昨天是我不对，请你不要再生气了。
你是个好人啊，别让我生气。
So, my daughter gave me this face stuff. It's double strength with retinol, night repair serum, flawless, younger, perfect. Carefully formulated blend of ingredients to address the most common concerns of aging and support in skin's natural exfoliation process. Power result, less irritation, reduced fine lines and wrinkles, unclogging pores. Okay, so what's she trying to say? So we're gonna try this. It's not that much in here though. So I guess I just apply several drops and spread all over cleansed face and throat. Avoid eye area. Night use only. Okay, so oil free, silicone free, fragrance free, paraben free. And it has vitamin B5, beta carotene, vitamin B3, provitamin B5, and a whole bunch of different stuff. Water, got water in it, propanol, a whole bunch of different ingredients in there. So yeah, I just cleansed my face. So I'm gonna just apply this and see how effective it is. I think that should be enough drops because it smells good though. Okay, so I'm gonna just rub it in my face, and I'm gonna just use this at nighttime. This is actually my first time using it. Last time I said I was gonna use it on my chest and stuff, but when I used it on my chest, it didn't really it's my first time using it on my face. But when I used it on my chest, it didn't really cause any irritation or nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it to my face. It's a cooling sensation though. It feels good. Like really, really good. I feel like I just washed my face. Even though I just washed my face, it feels better than washing my face. Okay. So yeah. So now I am going to wrap my head and go to sleep. So yeah. It feels good though. And we'll see how this looks in the morning. See how the results are. Apply some to my eyelid as well. Yeah, I just use soap and water to wash my face, and then I will start applying this at nighttime. I apply so much because it actually feels really, really good. So yeah. You need to hurry up and get out. Turn that water off. Turn the water off. Y'all haven't seen, I just braided my hair, and then in the back, like, this part keeps coming out, but I did a little ponytail. So that's how my hair is looking. And I just wrap it. Even though I don't like wrapping my hair at night, I just feel some kind of way about my hair being wrapped. I don't know. But I've been trying to keep it wrapped. Oh yeah. Okay. Good night. Bye. Good night. Say good night. Good night.